You're sitting on a cozy porch, the sun setting in a warm golden glow, a gentle breeze rustling the leaves. Across from you is a sprightly 92-year-old woman, her eyes sparkling with the wisdom of a life well lived. Her name is Mabel, and she's about to share the secrets of keeping love and intimacy alive, even as the years stack up like pages in a cherished book. This isn't just to chat about physical closeness, hugs, kisses, or those deeply personal moments like oral sex. No, this is about the heart and soul of a relationship, the invisible threads that weave two people together in a dance of trust, love, and connection. Mabel's advice is powerful, motivational, and downright entertaining, crafted especially for us elders who want to keep the fire of love burning bright. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's dive into this long, detailed, and delightful journey through her wisdom, explained in a way that's easy to understand, engaging, and full of hope. Intimacy, it's not just physical, it's a love story. Let's start with a big question. What does intimacy really mean? Many folks, especially when they hear about acts like oral sex, think it's all about physical pleasure, a quick spark of excitement. But Mabel leans forward, her voice warm and knowing, and says, "Oh, it's so much more than that, dear. Intimacy," she explains, "is like a love letter written from one heart to another. When a woman chooses to share these deeply personal moments with her partner, it's not just about feeling good. It's her way of saying, I trust you completely. I feel safe with you. I love you with all I am." Think of intimacy like a duet in a favorite song. The notes, the physical acts, are important, but what makes the song unforgettable is the harmony, the way the singers' voices blend, the way they feel the music together. That's what intimacy is. A harmony of trust, emotional closeness, and love. For elders, this is a beautiful reminder that love doesn't fade with age. Your knees might creak, your hair might silver, but the heart, it still sings. You don't need to be a young whippersnapper to share this duet. You just need to show your partner you care, day in and day out. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a couple, George and Rose, in their 70s. They've been married for decades, and they still hold hands at the grocery store. When Rose kisses George softly or shares a private moment, it's not just about the act, it's about the years of trust, laughter, and shared dreams behind it. Mabel nods and says, "That's the secret." Intimacy is the body's way of celebrating the heart's connection. The heart of intimacy, emotional connection, is everything. Mabel's next pearl of wisdom is a game changer. A woman's desire for intimacy starts with how she feels in the relationship. If she feels loved, appreciated, and emotionally safe, she'll naturally want to be close physically and emotionally. But if she feels ignored, unappreciated, or like she's just going through the motions, that desire fades, even if she loves you dearly. It's not about looks or charm, Mabel says with a chuckle. It's about making her heart feel like it's home. Think back to the early days of your relationship. Remember those long talks over coffee, the way you'd plan little surprises, or how you'd laugh until your sides hurt? That closeness came from feeling seen, heard, and cherished. Over time, life gets in the way, bills, grandkids, doctor's appointments, and those moments can slip away. But here's the exciting part. You can bring that spark back, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. A heartwarming story of rekindled love. Let me tell you about John and Mary, a couple married for 40 years. In the beginning, their love was like a wildfire, passionate, exciting, with stolen kisses and late-night whispers. But as the years rolled on, Mary seemed less interested in closeness. John was puzzled. We're older now, he thought. Maybe that's just how it goes. But deep down, he missed the way Mary used to look at him, her eyes full of warmth. One evening, John sat Mary down and asked, "Are you happy with me, truly?" Mary hesitated, then admitted she felt like they were just roommates, not lovers. John was stunned. He loved her so much. But he realized he'd stopped doing the little things that made her feel special. No more sweet notes, no more holding her hand just because, no more really listening when she talked about her day. Determined to change, John started small. He left a note on the fridge saying, "You make every day better." He asked about her garden and listened, really listened, as she described her roses. He held her hand during their evening TV shows. Within weeks, Mary's smile returned, brighter than ever. She started reaching for John's hand, laughing more, and yes, their physical closeness came back too. They weren't young anymore, but their love felt young. Mabel claps her hands and says, "That's it. Love grows when you water it with care." The silent mistake that pushes partners apart. Mabel leans in, her voice serious now. "There's a mistake too many men make," she says, "and it breaks my heart." That mistake? Thinking love takes care of itself. Early in a relationship, men often shower their partner with attention, compliments, thoughtful gestures, long conversations. But after years together, many assume, "She knows I love her," and stop showing it. Love, Mabel says, is like a garden. If you stop tending it, the flowers wilt. Here's how it happens. When a woman stops feeling cherished, she pulls back emotionally. She might still love you, cook your favorite meals, and share your bed, but the spark fades. She feels invisible, like her thoughts and feelings don't matter. And when that emotional connection weakens, physical intimacy, like hugs, kisses, or more, follows suit. It's not that she's not interested anymore, it's that she's not feeling close. Let's imagine a scene. Picture Tom, a kind man in his 60s, married to Susan. Tom works hard, pays the bills, and tells Susan he loves her. But he stopped noticing the little things, how Susan lights up when she talks about her book club, how she spends hours perfecting her apple pie. Susan starts to feel like she's just there, not special. She pulls back, less affectionate, less eager for closeness. Tom thinks maybe she's just tired, but the truth is, Susan's heart is starving for connection. The good news? This is fixable. Mabel's eyes twinkle as she says, you can turn it around, and it's easier than you think. 3 powerful habits to reignite the spark. Mabel shares 3 simple habits to rebuild that emotional connection, perfect for elders because they don't require money, energy, or a time machine, just a loving heart. These habits are like seeds you plant today that bloom into a stronger, closer relationship tomorrow. 1. Speak to her heart, not just her ears. Words have magic, Mabel says. The way you talk to your partner can make her feel like the only woman in the world, or like she's invisible. Instead of a quick "you look nice," try, "Your smile still makes my heart skip a beat, just like the day we met." Instead of "Thanks for dinner," say, "I love how you put your heart into this meal, it makes me feel so cared for." These words show you see her, not just what she does. Try this. Every day, say one thing that comes from the heart. Maybe it's, "I'm so lucky to have you," or "You make our home so warm." It's like giving her a warm hug with words, and it builds a bridge back to closeness. A fun example, Frank, 72, started telling his wife, Clara, one sweet thing each morning. One day, he said, "Clara, your laugh is my favorite music." Clara blushed, giggled, and later that day, she surprised him with a big hug. Those words didn't just make her smile, they made her feel loved. 2. Touch her without expecting more. Mabel winks and says, "A touch can say more than 1,000 words." But here's the key, touch her just to show love, not to get something. Hold her hand while you're watching your favorite show. Give her a soft kiss on the forehead before bed. Place your hand on her back as you walk by. These touches say, "I love you for you, not just for what we do together." Women can feel the difference between a loving touch and one with an agenda. When you touch her without expecting more, she feels safe and cherished. And when she feels safe, she'll naturally want to be closer, physically and emotionally. A sweet story, Henry, 68, noticed his wife, Louise, seemed distant. He started giving her little touches, a hand on her shoulder, a quick hug in the kitchen. At first, Louise was surprised, but soon she was the one reaching for his hand. Those touches rebuilt trust, and their closeness blossomed again. 3. Show up every day in the small things. Love grows in the little moments, Mabel says. Grand gestures like fancy vacations are nice, but what really matters are the daily proofs of love. Refill her coffee before she asks. Ask about her day and listen, really listen, without jumping to fix things. Remember the story she tells you, like how her friend's cat got stuck in a tree. These small acts say, "You're my priority." Think of your relationship like a bank account. Every kind act is a deposit of trust and love. When that account is full, she'll want to give back with smiles, affection, and intimacy. It's not about big money, it's about big care. An inspiring example, Bill, 75, started doing one small thing each day for his wife, Ellen. He'd bring her a glass of water when she was reading, or say, "Tell me about that book you're loving." Ellen noticed, and soon she was initiating hugs and kisses again. Bill said, "It's like we're dating again." Why some relationships feel effortless and others don't. Have you ever seen a couple in their 80s holding hands and giggling like newlyweds? You might think they're just lucky, but Mabel shakes her head. It's not luck, it's understanding. The best relationships aren't about working harder, they're about doing what matters. When you make your partner feel heard, valued, and safe, intimacy flows naturally, like a river finding its path. Let's look at Mark and Lisa, married 35 years. Mark was a good husband, worked hard, provided for the family, said "I love you." But Lisa seemed distant, less affectionate. Mark was frustrated. "I do everything for her, why isn't she close anymore?" One night, instead of giving advice when Lisa was upset, Mark said, "Tell me what's on your mind. I want to understand." Lisa opened up, sharing how she felt unheard, like her thoughts didn't matter. Mark listened, really listened, without trying to fix it. That small shift, choosing to understand instead of defend, changed everything. Lisa felt seen, safe, and loved. Within days, she was smiling more, touching Mark's arm, and their intimacy reignited. It wasn't about grand gestures, it was about making Lisa feel cherished. The secret to lasting attraction. It's all about feelings. Mabel's final secret is a bombshell. Attraction isn't about being young, rich, or charming. It's about how you make her feel. Men think they need to look like movie stars or buy fancy gifts, Mabel says with a laugh. But a woman falls in love with how you treat her heart. If she feels emotionally safe, understood, and valued, she'll naturally crave closeness, not out of duty, but out of joy. Ask yourself, does my partner feel truly heard? If not, start there. Try this simple question. What's on your mind today? I'm all ears. Then listen, don't fix, don't argue, just be there. When she feels heard, her heart opens and physical closeness follows, like a flower blooming after a long winter. A final story to lift your spirits. Let's meet Sam and Dorothy, both in their late 60s. Sam noticed Dorothy was less affectionate, and he missed their old spark. Instead of assuming it was just age, he asked, "Dorothy, do you feel like I really get you?" Dorothy admitted she felt like Sam was distracted, always on his phone or thinking about work. Sam took it to heart. He started putting his phone away at dinner, asking about Dorothy's day, and leaving little notes saying, "You're my favorite person." Dorothy's eyes started sparkling again. One night, she surprised Sam with a long, warm hug and whispered, "I feel like you're you're really here now. Their love was back, stronger than ever. Your action plan: start today, spark tomorrow. Mabel's wisdom boils down to this: love is timeless, and intimacy is a gift you can give each other at any age. Here's your action plan to start today. Say something sweet. Tell your partner one heartfelt thing today. You make my world brighter, or I love how you care for everyone. Touch with love. Give a gentle, no strings attached touch, a hand hold, a hug, a kiss on the cheek. Listen deeply. Ask what's on your mind, and listen without interrupting. Show her she's your focus. Do one small thing: refill her water, compliment her hobby, or remember a story she told you. These steps are like planting seeds. They might seem small, but they grow into a garden of love, trust, and closeness. Mabel smiles and says, "You've got the power to make your love story the best it's ever been." As we wrap up, imagine Mabel patting your hand. "Love doesn't age," she says. "It just gets deeper, if you let it." You don't need to be young, wealthy, or perfect to have a passionate, intimate relationship. You just need to show up, care, and make your partner feel like the most important person in the world. So go out there, make her heart sing, and watch your love bloom like never before. Here's to love, laughter, and a closeness that grows with every year.